ready.
All right, Essie. You sure you're ready?
I think. I'm kind of
Got
scared.
everything in a line. You know, you got your mind straight. You good.
Trying.
All right.
I think
What you
I'm
mean
ready.
you're trying?
I'm trying to get ready.
You're already supposed to be ready. You're about to go fight now.
Come on!
Yeah, that sounds like a big guy. Don't you run back out that door. I saw you look at it. Look, you got this. You got this. Look.
He looks like the Hulk.
Let's
All right,
go!
Essie, it's okay. Look, there's this lady in the Bible, Esther, right? She's worried about some things. Her entire people group is about to be annihilated by this king, and she's the queen, but she's afraid to approach the king because the last queen, it didn't end so
You're
well.
going down!
Yeah, it didn't end so well for her. But look, this queen, Esther, she approached the king because she just was brave. She trusted God, and she was encouraged. That guy
Do you see what's
is
going
big.
on over there?
But you know what? She
You're not
trusted
making
the
me feel any
Lord.
better.
She went to the king, and she's like, you know what? This is what's going on. She told the king what was happening, and he found favor on her. Saved the entire race of the Jews. You got this.
The entire race?
One
person.
One person.
With God.
Yep. Trust in God. So you got this. You got this. All you got to do is go in there, put your faith in God. I'm encouraging you now. Stand up against that. You've got this. He's kind of like a big teddy bear.
Yeah!
Sounds like a bear.
Okay,
So
all right.
you got
I'm ready.
this.
I'm ready,
All right,
Coach.
you ready?
Put me in.
Let's
Put
go.
me in, Coach.
Let's go. You got it. And in the left corner, standing at 9 feet minus 12 inches, around 150 plus 300 pounds, we have the Persian Bulk. Standing in the right corner at most likely, probably, almost, she says 4'1". Probably we're not going to talk about weight. And she is Essie! And let's fight!
Come back here, Pipsqueak!
Come on, Essie. You got him, Essie. You got it. 1, 2, 3. Essie, you did it. You did it. You won. You won. You won. He's out. Look at him. He's out. I told you you could do it, Essie. Told you you could.
Yes. All right. Good job.
He probably needs help. But you did it. You did a great job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks.
Mommy.
And I appreciate the encouragement you gave me before. That story that you were telling me about Queen Esther, that really did the trick. That put it in there for me.
Mama,
God's word usually does that.
is it bedtime?
Yeah, it's bedtime for him.
He's out. All right. Let's go get my belt.
Suzanne, that was a crazy fight that just happened between Essie and the Persian Bulk.
That was a crazy match. I mean,
There was a pretty substantial size difference.
That's what I was going to say. To consider Essie's size versus the Persian Bulk size, I surely wouldn't have thought going into it that Essie was going to win.
Yeah, I would have never thought that Essie had a chance. Other than, it reminds me of a story from the Bible in Esther, and wouldn't have thought Esther would have stood a chance either with what she was facing. She had kind of a fight similarly, not a wrestling match, so to say, but she became queen, and what happened is this king had a friend, and he wanted everybody to bow to his friend, and Esther had a family member that was around, and this family member did not bow and salute this friend the way everybody else did, because he was a Jew, and he would only bow to his God, and he stood up for what he believed in, and this friend ordered this guy Mordecai to be killed. And Esther, being a Jew as well, she found out about it, and she was greatly troubled because the king was kind of harsh with his first wife, his first queen, and Esther didn't want to have to face the king in that same kind of harshness. But you know, after being encouraged and knowing the right thing to do, she stood up for what was right, and she fought, and she went to the king and revealed the plans for the king's friend to hurt Mordecai. And she did that because she trusted the Lord. And that was the same thing that we saw Coach telling Essie, just trust in the Lord, right?
Right, yeah. And sort of Essie, like Esther, her size versus the Persian Bulk, who I would imagine, comparatively speaking, could be compared to the king, that he was in terms of
Power.
and
Authority.
control and exactly.
Yep. There's a lot there. And I think what we get from this, we just really have to rely on God, that he's there to help us. And when we do things in his name and for his sake, and when we're glorifying him with what we're doing, we know that whatever we're going to do, that God's with us. And we see that, so Esther's from the Old Testament, but we see that in the New Testament as well. John 14:5-6, Jesus is talking about, the things that I speak to you, I'm always with you, and that even when I'm gone, I'm going to send the helper through the Holy Spirit to be with you, to help you and be with you through all these circumstances of life. And I think that's what Esther shows here, is that when we trust in God and we know that he's there with us, he's helping us, because we may not have to face a king or a friend like the king's friend or something like that, but we got circumstances in life, from young children all the way to adults, that we have to trust in God.
That seem really big.
That seem really big.
But nothing's bigger than God.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So
Sometimes when we think things are out of control, just like Esther thought was out of control, she thought she was going to lose her whole Jewish race because of this circumstance. She thought it was out of control, but she trusted God, and in the end, the Lord worked through her life.
awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that with me today, TJ.
For sure.
All right.
The bulk will return.
Essie can take it.
And probably be defeated again.
Exactly. Exactly.